Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle, and today I thought I'd show you what I use to teach my 4-year-old at home. Now, she started school at home with me around 3 and a half, to show you kind of where she is right now. I wait until my child shows interest in learning, and she started around 3 and a half, like my older child did. So we started with a basic letter a week curriculum. I use Confession of a Homeschooler. I'll link it down below. Every week you go over a letter, so 26 weeks. So it takes about roughly 5-6 months just to get through that. So she's proficient, very proficient in her letters and her letter sounds. And one thing I really enjoyed using, which I don't think is talked enough a lot, is this Letter Factory. This is an awesome resource for teaching kids letter sounds. I don't know what it is, but with my older one and my 4-year-old, both these responded really well. Something about seeing the letters interact. It's just about a little boy who goes to a factory. In each room they go over the letter sounds, so A through Z, and it sticks really well and it helps her remember. So if you're looking for a resource to help with phonics, that one is awesome. So she is 4. She knows her letter sounds. She knows her alphabet. That's where we're starting at with that. She's not quite ready to learn to read yet, so I'm kind of filling in that area until I think she's ready to make that leap. But yeah, I'm going to turn you around and show you what we got. All right, this is my daughter's work binder. She has had this since she was 3 and a half. This is her daily work binder. I have her name covered up here, but I will open this up and show you. She just made the cover page herself and wrote her name on it. So we started this when she was 3 and a half, and we still use it now. So in this little zipper pocket here, I have letter tiles. I've had these since my 7-year-old started school at home, and they're the sandpaper, so they're textured. And when she was learning her letters, we would get out whatever letter we were on that week, and I would have it displayed, and we'd go over that letter sound. So I keep these in here now because she knows her letters, she knows her letter sounds, but every Friday I take these out and we go through them real quick again to make sure she's still retaining that information. So this is not something we do daily, but every Friday I take them out and I just keep them in here for her. But she will start off with, and this is from Confessions of a Homeschooler, and I did this with my 7-year-old as well, and my 4-year-old is doing it now. So we start by going over the day of the week, and again, because of her age, you could write the day before, the day after, but I don't do that because of her age. And the kids can write it themselves, but because she's still a beginning writer, I just take a dry erase marker. It's in a page protector. Take a dry erase marker and I just outline the numbers for her to make it easier. So she'll just trace the number, and then I have her find the day on here, and then we go over what's the day, and she'll find it up here. And some days she traces it, some days she doesn't. I don't make her do it every day. So again, it's a page protector. I store Monday through Friday in the back here. And when it's the next day, I just slip it in there, and she can reuse it. That way I don't have to continue to print things off. Then next she will do her weather chart, so she'll mark what the weather is like, and again it's in a page protector. And then she's working on her counting to 50. We started with 1 to 10, and after she mastered that we went 1 to 20, and so on and so on. So she's now 4, she turned 4 in November, and she's working down to 50, and she can count to 50 fine from memory. So this is just making sure she recognizes the numbers as well. So that is what we do with that. And I also have this in here. She's mastered her shapes, so we don't go over it anymore, but was in her original binder. So that is her daily work binder that we do every day. It's the first thing she does. Next, we have her calendar. This was provided by our library. They do a story time every month. So they provide the kids with a little paper calendar and the little numbers. So again, you don't need anything fancy, or you don't need to purchase something. Just you can print it at home, or we just use the library. So every day she will say what day it is, we'll talk about what month it is, she'll take the next number, and then she'll glue it on there. That was her calendar. And after calendar, she would do her reading. Or no, her writing, sorry. So this is what I started her with. And I did this with my 7-year-old too. And she finished this book a couple days ago, so she's actually on the next. But give you a quick view. She worked on uppercase first. So this is Learning Without Tears. I really like this curriculum for writing. So she's on the lowercase book now. And again, I just covered up her name here. But I really enjoy the Handwriting Without Tears as beginning writing practice, and I'll show you what it looks like here. So again, it starts with pencil pickups or warm-up exercises. Draw the mane of the lion, color the rest of the balls, put some sprinkles on, just helping with that pen control. Same thing here, give him spots, finish his hair, finish the legs. So it's a fun way to get her to do it. This is where she was. It started with a review of writing. So first it gives them the directions of how to do it. Then they trace it. You can see the little gray behind there. And then they write it themselves. So again, she already did the first book, this one. So this is just starting with a review. So this is all her writing by herself. All right, this is where we were today. So it started with sing your alphabet, and we pointed to each of the things. And then it talked about how lowercase letters, where they are on the line. And this is where she'll be tomorrow. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like. It's color, the kids can color it. It's simple, direct, gives them directions. It's got some nice copy work, and she really enjoys it. So she'll usually do the letters, and she'll color the pictures, and we'll probably do 2 of these pages a day. But if she wants to do less, that's fine too. I don't really push her on it. And it just goes through the different letters to give you an idea of what it looks like. And then this is towards the end of the book. So that is what she's working at now. And then after writing, she will do her reading. And like I said, she knows her letters, her phonics, her sounds, but she's not quite ready to start putting them together, to start blending. So we're working on this. We just finished that one, and we are now on this one. And I think this is a good filler for when your child's not quite ready to start blending, but they're already past learning their basic phonics. So this is kind of how it starts out. Circle the one that's different. It gives that letter recognition. And then tracing the P, and then again, pen control, learning pen control. So it's got different activities. And then instead of circling it, she likes to draw a line and then circle that one. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Work with them. Sometimes she'll just point to it. Sometimes she'll just circle it. Sometimes she'll make crazy lines and then circle it. So again, they just look at the letter and they find the matching one. Look at the letter, find the matching one. So it helps with that letter recognition, same here. And then she always enjoys these. These are clues, you read the clues. Thinking of something that tastes delicious, and it has crust and gets baked in the oven, and she has to figure out what it is and color it. And again, all these start with the letter P, so you go over pup pup pig, pup pup pie. Same thing here, it starts with letter P. You have to connect a line to all the things that start with P. It's got some tracing that she does. Finding the things. So the activities switch up a little bit, but they're consistent. Tracing, and then she started doing her own P's here all by herself. So if it started with a P, you put the letter down. This is what she'll be working on tomorrow. So again, I think it's a really good reinforcement of letter sounds, gets them really comfortable with different letters, recognition. So it's an excellent filler for until she's ready to learn blending. When I think she's ready to learn blending, then we'll move on from these. And then for math, this is just more for fun. So she does this mathematical reasoning. And again, she can count up to 50, so I'm not too concerned about numbers. So it starts off really easy. Point to the airplane, say its color. Match the dots, draw a line, match the fingers, draw the numbers. So it's just reinforcing numbers. And again, sometimes I'll have her point if she doesn't want to draw it. Count the number of footprints and then connect them. So it's just different fun activities, really reinforcing the number recognition and grouping and pairing. It does go over shortest, longest, and goes over grouping, colors, biggest to smallest. So basic math concepts, but I think in a fun, different way. It goes over shapes and colors as well. And again, sometimes I'll have her just point to it instead of doing it. And if she doesn't want to do a particular page, like this was copying a rectangle, I don't force it. You know, I go with what she feels like doing. Some of them are questions, and again, I'll just read them to her and she'll point. See if I can find the one I like. How many fish are in the fishbowl? We have some number tracing. And again, we'll probably do 2 pages a day, maybe 3 if she really wants to. I just really go with what she feels like doing. I never force it, I never push it. It has to be on their terms. But we do probably at least 2 a day. And again, this is something, since she knows her basic numbers, I wanted something to go on from that. So this is recognizing grouping, number lines, which I really like because that will be used later. Looking at the picture and deciphering shapes, colors, different things like that. So it's more of a broad math instead of 1 + 1. But she enjoys it, and I really like these mind benders. So you read the clues and you have to cross off which it would be. So I think it's that critical thinking skills that this really helps develop. You know, what picture shows the child in front, which picture shows the child in back. So different spatial awareness as well, which I think is really good. Concepts to start young. Again, what's above the table, what's below the table. So that's the basic math, and when she gets done with that, we'll start something else. But it's the ages 4 and up one that she's doing from Critical Thinking Co. But she really enjoys that. And like I said, that's her daily work. Usually takes probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes if she likes to do lots of pages, but it really just reinforces concepts she's learned, slowly introduces new concepts, and like I said, when I think she's ready to learn how to read, to do the blending, we'll move on to something else. But on top of that, we do some fun games and activities. This is one we do. It's a little bear, and it comes with Band-Aids. And this is something I just found online, printed it up, laminated it. You put the Band-Aids on the bear to match the letters. She really likes that. This is one we use, good for letter sounds. It's a little popcorn thing. You open it up. You have to say, and it can be at different levels too. You say the letter, you can say the sound, and if they get it, they get the popcorn. Whoever has the most popcorn wins. For counting, we do use different manipulatives because I think it's important to just not do worksheets, but to have manipulatives because kids learn different ways. So we have the little cubes, and these are just left over from my 7-year-old when she was learning. So sometimes instead of counting to 50, I will put a block down on one of the numbers, say, oh, what number is that? Or we'll count how many blocks are in here. And sometimes she'll do rainbow colors, different fun things like that. We do have counting bears too. We have a little container here. And we can use these for counting. Sometimes I'll put them on the worksheets and be like, oh, what's Blue Bear on? Or how many bears are on this? So different activities like that. And they come in different sizes too. So again, manipulatives, you can use them in a variety of different ways, make it more fun. My first child was very into repetitive stuff. So she liked the worksheets, she likes doing things like that, but my 4-year-old definitely likes a little more variety and fun in there. Sometimes she'll just want one of her stuffed animals to be with her, and instead of me being the teacher, the stuffed animal's the teacher, so he gives the directions for the day, and that just makes it fun. Or what is Mr. Bat pointing to? Things like that. She really enjoys that. Let's see. I got different games that I like to use. Pop the Pig. She really likes that. It comes with little dice. You roll the dice, and depending on what color you get, you have to pick up. Comes with little dice. Whatever color you get, you have to pick up a cheeseburger, and you turn it over, and it's got a number on it. And this helps with letter recognition. It helps with color recognition. So you just shove it in the pig's mouth, and then you push down however many times the burger's set. So that one's at 2, so I push it down. And when his tummy gets big enough, his little belt pops off, and she likes that. And again, it's multi-use. We have some Dollar Spot from Target games. Always keep an eye out for these educational games. I think it was $3. Yeah, $3. And again, it goes over colors, you have your candy, it goes over number counting. It's just a fun way to reinforce numbers, to reinforce counting, reinforce colors. The Dollar Spot at Target has a lot of fun resources like that. So just keep your eyes open. And again, she's really into puzzles, so we've used these a couple times. I'll mix them up, and I don't take them all out, A through Z. Sometimes that's a bit much. I'll take maybe 10 out at a time. And it comes apart, and you have to match them. So we'll go over, okay, what does Pizza start with? Of course, she's now at the level where she recognizes the first letter too, so it can grow with them as well. And yeah, that's just the basic stuff we do. And like I said, we'll do the basic work every day. It doesn't take long. And if she wants to do a game, we'll do a game. I have a giant band of resources like these and different things I've picked over the years. If you want to see specific what's in that bin, I will gladly show you guys. Just leave a comment below. But yeah, again, it can be fun. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be long. Just make it fun and just work with your child. One thing that I have found that really helps is once she mastered her pencil grip, which was pretty quick, it was natural. Instead of using a pencil, I let her use highlighters when she's drawing. Even letting them use pens or markers, or making it fun, switching it up. So we'll use different highlighter colors, and she thinks that's fun that she gets to use the highlighters. So different things, yeah. I hope that helps you guys. I hope it gives you an idea of what you can do at home. And again, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Just use what you have at home. I've just managed to collect a lot of things over the years since I taught my 7-year-old at home. And there's a lot of good resources online too. So hope that helps.